everyone, glad you could join us again. May just be a short one today, we'll see how we get on. What I want to start off doing is having a look at the tank. Now, on the speedo which I got, it's only a cheap Chinese sort of generic speedometer, and it's got loads of different features on. One of them, it's a fuel gauge. Now, on the fuel gauge, I won't be able to use the full facility, the range, but what I'm going to do is using one of these on it. I've used these before. It's a little float switch. It was actually on a boat where I used it, but so it's just on off switch, not like a proper gauge where you've got a range of sort of fuel levels. Here it's just going to tell us whether it's above or below a set level, and I'm going to use it as a sort of fuel sort of indicator reminder that you're running low on fuel and need to top it up again. So first of all, they're made of stainless steel, so they should be okay with petrol, and I'm going to put it in here in one of these holes in the tank. Now, we can't get this, well, we can't get in from the back. I'm going to have to feed this through the fuel filler cap hole. But I can't get it up the spanner, so I'm going to have to be careful when I get it up there. I'm going to have to try and get the nut on and tighten it and hoping this doesn't turn. The other thing is, it would have been nice to have the thread in it and screw it in from the back and tighten it in, but can't do that. So I'm going to have to change this to a clearance hole for this to fit through, because at the moment I don't think it will fit through it. Check. Yeah, it's too tight for it to fit through. So let's get the drill and drill it out. Right, so that should be big enough. Right, sorry for the interruption there. We're now into day 2. That was yesterday. One of my sons had a problem with these vans, so I was trying to help him out there. Right, so where were we? Float switch, I don't know if I mentioned, but that's going to go inside the tank. We'll drill it out. It's got a rubber washer around that, so it should seal it from the inside. But on the outside, I'm going to put a fibre washer, stainless steel washer, and then the steel nut is going to go on top there. So hopefully that should keep it all sealed. But we'll give it a try. Right, there's some burrs on here. I've cleaned off the outside a little bit, and on the inside it's got some burrs, so I'm just trying to clean those off. I'll try, see what I can get off with a screwdriver, so I can scrape anything off. And there's some pieces coming off there. Right, so that's taken some off. What I'm going to try doing, I've got my little Dremel thing, and I've got a ball type of die grinding bit, so I'm going to try and use that and try it underneath to take some of this lip off. Just hopefully so this washer is going to seat correctly, it's not going to be lifted anywhere. Right, I need some glasses. Right, now see about getting the sensor in there. So I'll try feeding a little bit of feed a little bit of string through there and see if we can fish it out the other end. Right, so I'll have to get a little bit of tape and tape the wires onto here. Oh, just take this knot out. Right. Tape, I need another roll. So see if we're lucky enough and we can get this to go through there. Right, so that's it. Through first time. So fibre washer first. Stainless steel one. And the nut. Now can we get it tight without the sensor turning? That's the thing. So far so good. There's some pressure on it, but it's starting to turn there. Might be enough, but we might have to get some fuel in there to find out. So I'll put it on the bike and then we'll try filling up with a little bit of fuel, but at the moment, here there it is moving up and down. And I'll just get my multimeter and then we'll try it out. Right, so I've connected this little continuity tester to the float switch, so when I tip it up, it should close the contacts to indicate that's full. So if you just listen for the beep. So that seems to be working fine. So what I think I'll do is put it on the bike and then I'll put some fuel in it and see when it actually starts to bleep in comparison to maybe the overflow pipe, and not the overflow, in comparison to the reserve position on the tank. Right, so I've got the continuity tester there connected up to the tank. We're going to start filling up with fuel. I've put the tap onto normal run position. So this test's testing for two things. How much fuel does it take before the continuity tester see it's at the empty position, and also how much fuel is left when the reserve tap needs to be switched on. And that gives a good idea when I'm out riding as to when I need to stop for fuel. So this is where we get fuel all over. We've got a litre of fuel in there. Right, now there's the reserve tap came on and it's got very little fuel in there. only about a third of a litre, if that. So just goes to show there's not going to be much in there. Mind saying that, I'll have the same on the other side of the tank. I'm taking it that most of that fuel's maybe is in here, because we've got the tunnel through there, so there will be a little bit of fuel left in there, but still not a lot of fuel. So that could have run into both halves, couldn't it? Anyway, so not much for that. We'll try it till the continuity tester picks up that the float switch has risen. So it's about 1 litre in. There's 2 litres in. So that was just over 2 litres, maybe it's 2.5 litres, so that's nice to know. So when I'm out riding, as soon as I notice that, I need to refuel. There's, what will that be? So it's about half a gallon. It'll be about half a gallon when it comes on. And the reservoir is virtually next to nothing. It's the last minute emergency just to try and get you the last few miles. Just having a look around there, and it doesn't seem to be leaking any fuel out of the out around the sensor, so that's a good thing. I wasn't able to get it really tight, it was turning a little bit, but I'm just looking. There is about 5 or 6 millimeters sticking down to the thread, and what I could do is I could flatten off the sides, just file the edge of that thread just enough to get a little spanner on there, you know, to stop it turning while I nip it up. Well, I'm going to call it a day. It went well. At least I've now got a fuel warning light on the bike, so it lets us know when I'm running low on fuel. And thanks again for watching, folks. I hope to see you all again next time. So in the meantime, stay safe.